What's up, family? Man, I want to have a heart-to-heart with you guys today. Man, this hasn't been an easy journey for me. You know what I mean? As far as this channel and just evolving into who I am today. It's been a struggle. You know what I mean? An epic struggle. And it's a trip because years ago, man, as I began working with people, adults, man, I took on this mentality, this hatred of human beings, especially adults. Man, because everybody know every fucking thing. You know what I mean? And it is what it is. Stay with me. We're going to go somewhere today. You know, and it's a trip because I had this thing where I wanted to help people. And yet all these motherfuckers was always arguing and debating. And it's like, you don't even know what the hell you talking about. Why are you talking? Shut the fuck up and just listen. You know what I mean? Just shut up and listen. I'm trying to help your ignorant ass. But you fucking know everything. Stay with me, I'm going somewhere. And I became so frustrated to where I was like, man, fuck these people. And I'm shutting down. You know what I mean? I'll help kids and I'll help the elderly, but adults, man, fuck them. You know what I mean? Fuck, I'm done with they dumb ass, ignorant ass. You know what I mean? You can't tell them shit. And so I became so frustrated because like, these motherfuckers, they always want you to prove something to them. Before they believe you, they want you to jump through fucking hoops to make your fucking argument fucking convincing to them. And I got to the point where it's like, man, I'm going to say what I got to say and fuck y'all. You know what I mean? Fuck y'all. You get in where you fit in. You believe me or you don't. I don't give a damn. And I had to get through that process, and it wasn't easy. Especially when it came to family. Especially when it came to kids or people that you care about. That was a hard process for me because it's like, man, I felt like, man, if I could just say it better, they'll understand what I'm saying. If I just say it differently, man, they would understand what I'm saying. They can hear me. For whatever reason, I have a problem communicating with people, so I thought I was the problem. Stay with me. And so I thought, man, if I could just try it differently, if I could just say something different, if I could just say it a different way, it'll make it more understandable. It'll make it easier for them to comprehend. And what God had to show me was, Elijah, what the fuck are you doing? Elijah, you wasting your time and your energy. You wasting what you have. Why are you wasting this time on these motherfuckers? Why are you trying to convince people of shit? It's not your job to convince anybody of anything. And I couldn't comprehend that. I couldn't understand what God was trying to show me. And so what God showed me, he took me to the Bible and he showed me Paul. Paul was standing there in his defense. And he was standing there talking to King Agrippa. And Paul's talking about his past, his childhood, and just his teaching and how he grew up and all this other stuff, right? And at the end, King Agrippa says, you almost persuaded me to become a Christian. You almost persuaded me. You almost convinced me. Stay with me. And so what God had shown Elijah, Paul, the greatest evangelist in the New Testament, Paul, the guy who wrote more books in the New Testament than anybody else, Paul, the greatest preacher in the New Testament other than Jesus Christ, couldn't convince King Agrippa of something. Jesus, man, he couldn't convince everybody of what he was trying to say. Jesus, even though he walked this planet, even though he was perfect and righteous. Jesus, a whole bunch of religious folk couldn't hear shit he had to say. Whole bunch of religious folk couldn't understand the words coming out of his mouth. And what Jesus had to show me, what God had to show me was, Elijah, everybody ain't gonna believe you. Everybody ain't gonna comprehend what's coming out of your mouth. It is what it is. Stop wasting your energy. Stop getting frustrated and you're getting frustrated because you're trying to do something you were never intended to do. It's your job to share information. That's it. Give out information, and I'm trying to help you. Because I got frustrated on this journey of trying to help people grow the fuck up. I got frustrated on this process of trying to bring some understanding to people who didn't want fucking understanding. And I had to come to the understanding myself that you can't help every fucking body. Everybody don't want your fucking help. And so it's easier for them to act like they stupid. It's easier for them to act like your communicating style is so off because you curse, because you wear crystals, because you got tattoos, because you're black, because you're bald-headed, because you got muscles. Whatever the fucking excuse they gonna use, they gonna use. Get over it. Let the shit go. It's your job to share information. That's it. Give out information. If they want more information, let them research it. Let them invest some fucking time and energy into getting more information. Stop sitting there trying to spoon feed these raggedy ass lazy motherfuckers that don't want to fucking grow up. They want somebody to sit there and just spoon feed them here and pat them on the fucking back and help them burp the shit up. That's not your fucking job. That's not your role. That's not your responsibility. But because we have this love for humanity, because we're so passionate, and we want to help people grow, we want to help people understand. And so we go above and beyond what we're supposed to be trying to do. It's your job. It's your responsibility to share information. That's it. That's it. Don't try to convince anybody of anything. That's not your job. That's not your responsibility. It's not your responsibility. If they want more information, they can research it. They can do some fucking work to get it. And it's a trip because as a kid, man, it was hard for us to do research. Now, we had to literally go to a fucking library. We had to literally get out encyclopedias and all these other reference books and look through shit. And actually read. Nowadays, these lazy motherfuckers, all they got to do is grab their fucking cell phone, their tablet, whatever the fuck they working with, and Siri, what is da-da-da-da? Siri, what is da-da-da-da? And Siri pops it right up, and Siri actually reads this shit out to them. You ain't got to read shit now. All you got to do is just ask a couple of fucking questions, and your phone gives you the fucking information. How fucking hard is that? Why is that so fucking complicated? Because motherfuckers are lazy as fuck. And that's why they don't grow the fuck up. They're lazy as fuck in their growth and development. And then they get mad at you and say you're not a good teacher. They get mad at you. Well, you're not explaining it right. They get mad at you. Well, you should do this, and you should get more information, and you should dress like this, and you should talk like this, and you should look like that. And shut the fuck up, and you do what you're supposed to do. See, what we don't understand about communication is a two-way street. Communication, it is my job as the giver, as the sender of information. Your job is to receive the information. Do what the fuck you want with it. Whatever you want to do with it, do with it. It's my responsibility to make sure that the message is coming out as clear as possible. That's it. It is your responsibility to make sure that the message that you give is as clear as possible. That's it. If they want to ask a question because they don't understand, that's one thing. Or they didn't hear you correctly, that's one thing. But for them to try to make it your fucking responsibility to prove the shit that you saying, that's not your job. That's not your job. That's not your motherfucking job. Stop getting on this fucking YouTube or whatever platforms you on and trying to convince people of some shit. See, that's where we got shit all fucked up in. See, we look at social media and people get on social media and they pretend. They act like they all this. They talk like they all this. They go to work and they present themselves like they all that. And we accept that shit. We eat that shit up. We look at all these entertainers and stuff, and we think, man, they're so happy because they're so rich. And look who they're married to, and whoop, and look how much money they got, and look at their job and their titles, and we think that they're happy. We think that because that's what we want to think. Because that's what we want to think. And so we eat that shit up. But when we want more information, oh, when's Beyonce's new record coming out? When's Beyonce's new album coming out? Oh, Beyonce's doing a new movie. And so we get on the internet and we start Googling shit. Oh, what's it about? Oh, who's in it? Man, what's she gonna be doing? And we start looking up shit. We'll do research for shit that we want to know about. Oh, I like NASCAR. I like I like baseball. I like Ken Griffey. And I like And we like all these motherfuckers and we'll do research to look up their fucking stats. We'll do research to see how many home runs they hit in a year. To see what their batting average was. You research what the fuck you want to research. But then when somebody's trying to help you grow the fuck up and share some knowledge and wisdom and understanding or insight with your ass, you want them to spoon feed you and help you understand the shit more. You demand more of them than everything else. Stay with me, I'm going somewhere. And so what God had to show me is, Elijah, stop. Stop. Stop killing yourself for these motherfuckers that don't give a fuck about you. Stop trying to teach these motherfuckers that don't want to be taught. Stop trying to help these lazy motherfuckers. You want them to grow more than they want to grow. You're more concerned about their growth and development than they're concerned or invested in their own growth and development. And that's a hard pill for a lot of us to swallow. A lot of us that are teachers. A lot of us that are mentors. See, when I used to be a substance abuse counselor out in California, man, I was more concerned about people abusing drugs and alcohol than a lot of them were concerned about it. I was more invested in their healing than they was. I was a lot more invested and them understanding why they went through what they went through and how to overcome what they went through. I was more concerned and invested in them than they were in themselves. And so they didn't grow. They didn't heal because they weren't invested. Regardless of how much I was invested in them. Until people become invested in their own growth and development, it don't matter. It don't matter. We have to grow up and we have to understand our roles, our responsibilities. Man, we got to get it straight. We have to get it straight. I hope and pray that I said something that's helped you. I love you guys. Happy healing. Peace.